I got my guy from Calibishi. This is him. You know,
Outstanding.
Zombie.
Zombie? Okay.
Yeah, Calidago. We got Haitian. That's him also. Calidago.
Calidago up here.
Yeah.
So this whole wall is
Great, that's Kapanika over there.
And then we have
This I was
this is West
immediately drawn
Africa.
to on this side, especially
Outstanding.
And then this straight ahead is the local. These are the local artists.
This is great.
6 local artists. And more African and Dominican Bel Air.
What was your inspiration?
And then this is digital art on this wall. Some of it is mine.
This is great.
Some of
This
it
is
is
great.
mine. Yeah,
Look,
yeah.
look at this. Look at this. Look at
I
this.
did this. That's my.
Oh man, that's great.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah. So
Very cool.
a lot more of that, and then we've been serving Caribbean punch. We've been serving Caribbean punch.
Show me the Caribbean punch.
Yeah, they finished the punch. We had 2 lime punch.
Okay.
And the coconut is gone too. So, but they had a media center. So this is digital art. This is all me.
This is great.
This is my dad's house. I enhanced the sky, but that's my dad.
So this is your dad's house on Dominica after Hurricane Maria.
Yeah. This is Z.
This is
This
Z.
is out, Ras Bateau, end of Pointe by Champagne Beach.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, but I enhanced it digitally with the sky and everything else.
You know, Dale, for a surgeon, so this is Dale Dangleben, the surgeon artiste, Pan-Africanist, development man, nation
Yeah,
builder.
I-
Say a few words about Nyeusi for us, Dale.
Well, this I think represents, if you want to come this way, this represents, I call the full circle of art.
Yes, sir.
So what I've done is I've taken West Africa, where we came from,
Yes.
African American and Caribbean, obviously my representation, and bring
Yeah.
that full circle.
Yes, sir.
So when we come here, we could talk about the African diaspora
Yes, indeed.
and how we ended up here. So it's not just, beautiful pics, but there's a history to it.
That's right. That's
You know
right.
what I mean? So that's what this is about. We're enhancing the Caribbean artists, the African artists, and the local artists.
Yes, sir.
And I've given them a space that they can have a voice.
This is powerful.
So that's what this is about. And people come here and they're like, wow, thank you for giving us a wall. But-
So we're here on Saturday afternoon in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, with Dr. Dale Dangleben at a wonderful gallery. Joan, what do you think? What are your first?
Very, very cool. It's powerful.
Yes, indeed. It's really, really good when we can
I
get.
mean, it's so much for the eyes. Your eyes can't land anyone. I saw that.
And we got something here that represents our beloved nature island, Dominica. Yes, indeed.
Every piece.
Yes, indeed.
You got to capture this piece too. This is the most expensive piece. This is a local artist. This is 3-dimensional, 5-dimensional.
This is amazing. This is amazing.
It lights up. The map of Africa lights up.
Wow.
Yeah.
Look at that. That's 3D.
But we
That's
have,
3D.
we have certificates for these.
Okay.
Of authenticity. So yeah.
And
This
here,
is my work right here. Yeah, this is the work of a madman.
Dale, this is
All the
powerful.
history to understand it. There's so much in there.
Let me get my glass.
This is a slave ship, Negma Wall.
Yep, you see it.
You know, right here. It's Garvey right here. This is amazing. And we got some Dominican books here.
Yep, got Thompson.
But the conversation,
After the Virus by Dr. Dale Dangleben.
it's happening with the people that agree with you.
The Hidden Code by Dale Dangleben.
So,
Words from My Mind by Dale Dangleben. A Fight to Freedom, the Caribbean Tale of Negma Wall. Take a Knee Off My Neck by Dale Dangleben.
We have this one for the kids.
Yeah, we have this one. We got this one over here.
The kids.
My Reflections, because they were by Dale Dangleben. The Maroons of Dominica. I got a couple of those by Dr. Fontaine.
Oh, wow.
Dominance by Dale Dangleben. And then Mommy has the Negma War brand. Show that to us, honey. Negma War. Love it, love it. Dale, you got all the right books out
You
here.
gotta see this. I did this too.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Oh,
Look at
that's
that.
cool.
Yeah, that's
Conch shell.
The conch shell, we got a couple of them. Yeah.
Dale, this is look, man, we're so proud. And you got some CIC at France Fanon over here.
Yeah.
When they met,
We
when
do
there was
locally,
a
our own
thing
print
that
shop.
said, gotta let folks swim here.
Yes.
And as soon as they got that order, guess what?
France
they
for
did?
out of
They
Martinique.
said, okay, we'll let them know on Tuesday.
Yes. And then
Tuesdays.
Malcolm
And then
X.
they said, forget it. Nobody.
James Baldwin.
The people who were racist that were coming in and else on more
Yeah,
black
you
folks.
see that? Yeah.
80s. That was the 80s. Can you imagine?
Think of like the gentrification of it coming in. Have you been in DC lately?
No, I have not. I think. I've not.
And we have a lot of masks.
Because they're gonna push it out to the suburbs.
Well,
That's from the
we
Dominica- that's the
already are
Dominica
going to the
artist.
suburbs on our own.
But here's the way I was like,
Dominican
can't afford.
But
Republic.
here's what I want our
This is
folks to do.
Haitian.
Right.
Dominica, obviously,
Take care of your
Italian.
neighborhood.
Yeah.
So that they don't
We have
think,
some
okay, I'm
beautiful,
just, your property values are going down
Solid wood from
because you're not
Africa.
taking care of your
Yeah,
shit.
a lot of
If you
these.
take care of your shit, you take care of your neighborhood, you
Yeah.
can't move in
Yeah.
and say, oh, let me buy this property for 20,000. No, I don't like to.
Representative Hall.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they can't move in and say, let me buy this
I'll
for
show you the media center.
$20,000.
This is
Okay.
what we're gonna
If you're
establish.
taking care of your shit.
Right.
So, I'm just saying,
Right.
yeah.
We're working this plan now.
Yes.
Yep, I got my African drums. I
Okay.
can't play it. This is gonna be our media center. We're gonna have different sets. We're gonna have a green screen.
Okay.
We got the bar scene and
I see.
interviews. Yeah, so this is like a music themed wall.
Okay.
These are the drums.
So when you do the interviews, you
Yeah, so this is all gonna be music themed in terms of and then we're gonna have 3 sets. So
Okay.
this can go behind it. It's gonna be like a news type setting,
Right.
right? We actually have a young man that does shoot and sip. So behind the bar, host talking and having that. Yeah.
We're going to close this little segment, Dale.
Yeah.
So give me a few words to close this segment out on the Nyeusi Gallery, Harrisburg, Pennsylvania.
Well, this is education. That's the key, and not just it's enlightenment and empowerment of who we are in this Western world as Black people, so we can truly identify ourselves by knowing our history, and this is what this is supposed to be about. Not just the educational part, but a place where people can come together and feel safe and learn. You know, and even the modern cultures of hip hop and everything else, we can put it into context of Africa, and I think that is the key in what I'm trying to do here is enlighten people and empower people
Dale,
to be better for themselves.
how do you move so seamlessly from healing broken bodies as a director of trauma surgery here in Harrisburg on a regular basis? That's what you do. You're a you're a trauma surgeon, am I correct?
Yes, medical director, yeah.
Medical director at what hospital?
Holy Spirit, Penn State.
Holy Spirit, Penn State. And then, of course, finding that time to put together such an awesome educational platform as this gallery. How do you do it?
Well, you know, I've always had to have the energy, but I think what you do is you step into a community and you find commonalities. You find the passion that people have and what has been held against them.
Yes.
So I met some people in Harrisburg that very great artists like Michelle that you just met.
Yeah.
And they did not have the space and they did not have the ability to do that.
Yeah.
So that's some of the things. I've always had the love for the arts, but you meet people that are hungry for something.
Yes.
You got to give them the opportunity, and I think that's what we need to do in every single community where we go and engage in collaboration and meet the youths and see what we can do for them. Because somebody could kind of walk in here and say, you know what, I had this passion, I want
Yes.
to get it again. You know, and that's what we want, so people can move away from the violence and move away from the negativity and move towards positivity.
And so, Dale, let your audience know, not only are you a trauma surgeon, where did you graduate from again?
Medical school, Penn State.
Penn State.
Yeah.
You're director of trauma surgery at
Holy Spirit, Penn State.
Penn State. You're also the author of how many medical textbooks?
I've written 5 medical texts. I'm actually working on a big one for McGraw-Hill, the Surgical Atlas.
The Surgical Atlas. So you're working on the Surgical Atlas for the publisher McGraw-Hill. Mm-hmm. And you have written how many books of literature and history?
Well, I think I've written about 14, 15.
Amazing.
And, most of them now I self-publish. I own my own Dangleben publishing company.
Yes, indeed.
So you got to lead by example, but I always go back to what Marcus Garvey wanted for us. I think that's the forgotten part. We always
Yes.
go back to a certain part. We never go back to Marcus when
Yes.
he says, "Up ye mighty race,"
Yes.
right? And that mentality of back to Africa, not
Yes.
necessarily physically,
Yes.
but mentally. We need to go back to that spirituality of who we are.
Yes.
Tap into the code that I always talk about.
Yes. And what is that productivity code that makes you so prolific, a writer and an artist and a superbly gifted surgeon?
Well, 5 years ago, I found myself, and what we have to understand is creation.
Yes.
We have that genetic key of creation, and it's actually within all of us that
Yes.
comes from that part of the world.
Yes.
Right? But the more you understand it, when you tap into it, then the creativity comes out. And
Yes,
then you
indeed.
realize that you can do all the things that you want to do.
Yes,
So,
indeed.
so it's a very difficult concept. But once you peel away all the negativity and all the faux culture that has been pushed on you,
Yes.
whether it's politics or religion or in the education system,
Yes.
and you go off the track and you find the educational alleys that you truly need,
Yes.
and you find yourself as an African, then you tap into the code of creation, and then you can do anything that you want to do.
And what is the message, of when you by any stretch of the imagination, Dale, you're a success story. You were born on Dominica sometime in the late 60s, early 70s. I won't give your age, you're very young. You attended the Point Michel Elementary School?
Yeah, St. Luke's School, went to St. Mary's Academy, right? I taught at the academy. I went to sixth form, taught at the academy for 2.5 years.
Yes.
Then came here, went to Hunter College, majored in chemistry,
Yes.
then medical school, and then they say the rest is history.
Yes.
But one thing I always did is I studied this country.
Yes.
This country can make you or break you,
Yes.
right? And that depends on how you thread and how you move and how you see people.
Yes.
Because some people will laugh with you, smile with you, and then turn on you.
Yes.
So you have to be able to understand who you are and how you move,
Yes.
and be able to take certain things and grow with it. And
Yes.
that's what I did. Because when I tell people I studied America for what it's worth,
Yes.
they try to ask me, what do you mean by that? I said, I look at all the people that were succeeding and the people that were failing,
Yes.
and understanding the system afoot to do just that, right?
Yeah.
That is key.
Yes. If you can, for somebody who's young, coming up in the world, trying to find themselves in the United States or any country, what are 2 or 3 key value systems you would give to them?
Well,
Success systems, yes.
my father told me education is the key.
Yes.
And that is important, right? The certain type of education is overrated, but I think education, stay on that path of getting that paper, no matter what it's worth, is important, because that opens up doors for you,
Yes.
right? But also going on the track and philosophy, you got to read certain things, whether it's John or Descartes, some of these philosophers that were, to me, bigger than life in their thinking. You try to understand that. That is important. People don't even talk about that when it comes to understanding how you move through life.
Yes.
I read about certain people I never even heard about in Dominica.
Yes, yes.
Right? So that is important. So philosophy, the education part of it, and the humanitarian part of it.
Yeah.
You never lose your humanity, your love for people.
Yes.
Because-
Let's take a pin in that, because I would like people to know that Dr. Dale Dangleben is medical director. Sam was medical director on Dominica, but here in the United States, Dr. Dale Dangleben is the medical director of Rebuild Dominica, who, as soon as Maria hit, went to Dominica, of course, on his own expense. We couldn't afford to pay such a high-priced surgeon, but at his own expense with a lot of medical supplies, and dove into it and did so much with so little. And Dale, I want to take this moment to thank you and to salute you for your humanitarian impulse, because you've talked about philosophy, you've talked about education, but what you really did and what you're still doing is you are making manifest the whole idea of serving your fellow man and fellow woman. Am I right?
Yes, absolutely. That is important, because once you lose that, you've lost yourself. You have to be able to see things and be sympathetic and be empathetic.
Yes.
Once you become apathetic, you've lost it all.
Thank
so
you.
the key is to stay humble, right? And see people that's in need,
Yes, sir.
and offer a hand. Sometimes the people in need don't even realize they're in need, and you can see it, and you have to stick with it and try your best to get them out of that.
Dale, I just want to say how proud I am today, sir, of taking the drive. I mean, you know, I said, today is the day, man. I'm not going to, this has to be it because
you guys are here.
I'm so happy to, you know, to come in and to see this spectacular piece of service. That's what I call it, education in service. Mrs. Christian, as we wrap up, any final words for Brother Dale and just, you know, what we've seen in the past quarter of an hour?
Well, I mean, like I said, for me, one word is powerful. It's very, very educational. I think he's accomplished what he set out to do. Like you said, it's a learning, place of learning. And with all the color, with your eyes, you know, when you look, there's so much knowledge on each canvas.
Yes.
That, you know, I'm sure it could take you a couple visits to get it all.
Yes.
You know? And every time you come, you're going to see something different, I'm sure, because the whole goal is to get the art moving through the door so we can replace it with fresh ones. So every time you come, you have a new education, a new canvas. So you see something different, you learn something new, you walk away even more full than you came in.
Yes.
And I think it's an excellent. I use the word start, not to in meaning in size. It's small, but so powerful that if we take it, I mean, the sky's the limit.
The sky's the limit. And I just want to say, Dale, this is the week that we recognize our 43rd year as an independent. That is Dominica, where you and I were born. And to me, this represents a manifestation of the independence that we sought. That is productivity, excellence in operational art, you know, something that can be proud of, and that we can continue that legacy of with pride and of service and representing the best of our island home. God bless you, Dale.
Independence is also freedom of thinking.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Thank you. Thank you, sir.